Hi everyone, my name is Angeline Ina. I am so excited for being interviewed by an employer. So, employer always ask some question to know exactly about everything about candidate. As a candidate, the employer asked me some question today. Employer said, tell us about yourself and what you think set you apart from other applicants. I answered, I am Angeline at first. I am graduate from college 2 months ago and I earned an associate degree in early childhood education. Another question the employer asked me, he said, briefly describe your biggest professional weakness. As an educator, my biggest weakness is about my English, especially when I have to pronounce some English words due to uh, my language. I speak many languages like French, Creole. Sometimes to pronounce some English words, instead of English, I pronounce in French. This is my biggest weakness. And second, thirdly, the interviewer asked me to summarize where you see yourself in the career in the next 5 years, 10 and 20 years. I answered, in 20 years, in 5 or 10 or 20 years, I would like to have my own child care facility. And I also, in 10 years, I plan to be a child center director. I would like to manage a child care center in 5 to 10 years from today. I would like to be in child care center educate director. Also, the interviewer asked me, tell us about a time where you showed great in the workplace. I answered, I sacrifice sometimes my family special time to come to work with my kids because I am passionate about education, especially about teaching. I always want to be around children. That's why um, I, I have a passion for children. And also, it says he asked me another question. Imagine you were promoted within the workplace. Describe how you will deal with your colleague. If I am promoted from the workplace, I will treat my coworkers, I will treat them fairly, and I will respect them and work as teamwork. And I will treat them as they need to be treated. Also, the interviewer, the employer asked me another question. Identify what kind of person you have differently working with. If I have to work with someone differently, it could be someone that a troublemaker. For instance, if someone in the workplace always try to make trouble with other coworker or the peers, as a manager or as a supervisor, I will work differently with that person to keep the workplace safe an environment where people can really work and desire to stay. Have desire to stay. Also, the the employer asked me another question. Explain how you handle conflict in the workplace with coworkers or with client, patient, or customers. As a supervisor or as a manager or director in the workplace, I want to keep or if there's a conflict in the workplace, I will try to be neutral or confident with the person. I will try to work with them, try to have peace or a place where people can work with safely. They can work and respect one another. And the another question the employer asked me, he said, detail what motivate and inspire you in the workplace. What inspired me in the workplace, because I am passionate about children, about teaching. That's why this is my desire to stay in the position and the teaching where I work, especially to stay with the children in the classroom to teach them. This is why my desire is to stay in the classroom and to stay in teaching position. The last question the employer asked me, it says, summarize what you like best about your current or most recent job. As an educator, in my job, what I like the best, it's the training session. Sometimes the manager, the supervisor, they organize training for the staff. And also, what I have another thing that interests me best, I like the most, it's when I have to teach the children when they follow direction. I love that. And also when I am with the students inside the classroom or outside the classroom, when we're playing together with the kids, that's I really like that the best. Thank you for listening.